Samson Dauda. What happened to Samson? Last year, he was full, thick, luxurious. And this year, it seems like he is flat, flavorless. He may get as low as fourth place, I think. Considering Andrew jacked, he looks better than he ever has. I think this is a situation where the Olympia champion could, yes, place plummet. I think you could call it plummet all the way to fourth place. You can give it the head test. And I say this often. The head test. Look at last year. Samson's head, it's not noticeably large. Like it usually is. I mean, with all due respect, the guy has a larger head. Some people have little bean heads. He doesn't. But this year, his head's back. You can notice it. It's more noticeably large. Because his body's smaller. You see that? That's the head test. But anyway, nobody will listen to me. Go to the front double biceps pose. It's more than just the head, people. Look at the legs, the wheels, the inner parts of the adductors. I mean, there is ripped, solid muscle hanging off this guy last year. And the lats themselves, of course, the camera angle is a little bit different, so we have to work with that. It's not too bad. Not too much different. But either way, shape, or form, biceps are fuller. Last year, every single thing. He's just busting full. And maybe even better conditioned. What a disappointment. And I'm sure Samson is... Here's the front lat spread. I'm sure Samson's quite disappointed too. He did his best to bring the shreds. But as you people at home know, most of you guys are pretty educated group as far as the bodybuilding is concerned. They try to get too depleted, they lose pop, they lose wow, and they end up looking less conditioned. Worn out, things of that nature. A lot of the guys from the 1990s ended up looking like that. And you can see, I mean, there's no specific muscle group here that sticks out in my mind that's much, much better. It's just an overall goodness. Sweeps in the quads. The guy looks like he's 20 pounds bigger last year. I would be interested to know what the weight difference is. Now turn to the side here, side chest. Traditionally, one of Samson's winning poses. And in the lineup, he probably still is winning this one based on his sheer size. But overwhelming, and you can... And I know that sounds mean, the head test. But here you can see his head. And it always was a little bit bigger. And I noticed last year, his head doesn't look too big. It's his body. His body caught up, you see. Even the fire pack, everything. His conditioning, it is up. You can see side of the leg there. He's ripped to shreds. Lighting was a little bit better last year, I think. Could that be a situation? I don't know. Now the side tricep, he is hitting it different. And normally, I don't like the way they kick their calf back. Unless you're Dorian Yates, you have the big giant calf. But he is from the UK. They're both United Kingdoms. So, just tradition. But yes, I do prefer, much, much prefer last year. The abs, the midsection alone. Folkettes. So that's the front and the side covered. We know that he was much better last year. The back is perhaps the most telling tale. And I noticed this right out of the chute. He hit that front lat spread. On his left side, there was kind of a gap. And now that we can compare him with last year, we can see a major difference in both of the lats. Lower lat insertions, night and day, people, night and day. Lower half as well. I mean, you could fly a jet plane through those adductors this year. And you look at last year, there was just meat hanging off those hamstrings. The guy, he was in it to win it. Was he in it to win it this year? Could be a situation, folks, where he just did over-deplete. He over-dieted. But I mean, I think the training, stuff of that such, obviously made a difference last year. He was a beast. He was an animal. Wow. here's the rear double, and you can pretty much put it in writing. The guy showed up about half the size. So the judges will not reward this type of behavior. Derek, he's improved from last year. I believe even Hattie Shupin improved slightly, as well as Andrew Jacked. Andrew, the most improved, I would believe. His conditioning, he was raw-boned. So when they see this huge difference from last year, I think you can put it in writing. Samson Dauda is losing his title. And the abs and thigh, this one got me the most. Last year. Not this year. This year, it's kind of the same old, same old. Samson Dauda, he was never Frank Zane in the abs. He was never Ahmed Haydar. Good little shout out there. He just looked like he does now. Not the best. But last year, where did he get those ridges? Is it possible that they can... Never mind. I'm not even going to suggest that. But yes, it's not just the abs. Look at the V-taper, the size of his lats that creates the V-taper. His midsection's the same size, but he just does not have those lats booming out, creating that just awesome look, overall aesthetic. So wow, Samson Dauda, from first place to perhaps fourth, third, fourth. I don't see him in second prize. I just don't see it. Anyway, no disrespect at all meant to this man. They told him to come in shredded. They told him to come in more conditioned over what he brought at the Arnold. So I think he did his best. And it just didn't work out. He needs to be full. This is Samson. He's a big dude. He needs to be all the way. Big dude. Wow, 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 wow. Remember that on Pumping Iron, that song? Pumping up, pumping iron. And then it goes, no, 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 no. And then it goes, or never mind. I guess you guys know exactly how it goes. And I'm telling you right now, I know how this is going to go. And no. And once again, could be once again, Mr. Olympia champion. And that is pretty exciting. I'm sure Samson Dauda's not too keen on it. But hey, Samson, you won the big gold Sandow. The 2024, the big one. So if you are going to win one, last year was the time to do it. So I'm sure there's no regrets whatsoever in Samson Dauda's life. Why would there be? He's a Mr. Olympia. And he always will be. And so is Derek and Hattie. And this is the first time since Jay Cutler that a former champion, or a guy that lost the title, I shouldn't say that, a guy that lost the title, regained it. Because Arnold, he retired and then came back and won it. And Franco Columbo, same thing. But Hattie and Derek have a chance to duplicate history, Jay Cutler's record. And Samson Dauda, he will be a one-time champion. There's always next year. Just imagine how Nick feels. Hit thumbs up on the video. Who's going to win the Olympia? Maybe we'll do a top 4 with these NPC News Online pictures. Nice, clean, neat shots. Have a great one, folks.